friends, thanks for joining me for Tassel Tuesday. This is our 32nd, I believe, Tassel Tuesday. And it's an open collaboration. If you'd like to join in, you can. Just let me know in the comments section that you're planning on joining in so I can remember to keep a lookout for your video. If you've made a video and I haven't commented on it yet, don't hesitate to let me know. A reminder sometimes is great for me. I'm a really busy person, and you know, I have a job and the family and all that good stuff. So I'm always running around, you know, like a mad woman. And so I try to keep up with it, but don't hesitate to send me a little message if you need to. So like I said, it's an open collaboration. You can jump in, jump out, whatever you want to do. Use hashtag tasseltuesday, and I will put your video in my description box. If you had a chance to see the collaboration with Kathy and Patty, it was the hashtag Spring and Mother's Day 2021 collaboration. I made this little hat. And I'll give you a little close-up of it in case you didn't see that video. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to turn this cute little top hat into a tassel. Here is a close-up of the hat. So in case you did not see that video, this hat was brown, and I covered it with napkin given to me by my friend Crystal at Just Crafting over here. And then before I did that, well actually right after I covered it with napkin, this was actually two pieces. I went ahead and I added this rope here before I glued these on, because now you can't separate the two pieces. I went around it with these gems, and then I went around it. Can you see the little white pearls? Those were also given to me by Crystal with Just Crafting over here. The first thing I did was put this pink ribbon on, and this was given to me by my friend Tina, who lives in Florida. And I reference that because I have a couple of friends on YouTube named Tina, and the other one does not live in Florida. And then I added these paper flowers. These light ones were from my stash, but this beautiful pink one was from Crystal Just Crafting over here. Before I connected the two pieces, I went inside, I used my awl and made a hole, and then I put some hardware inside of the hat so that I could hang this ring. And we're gonna go ahead and hang some tassel fibers from this ring. I have no plan. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just know that I'm glad I have a ring there. Oh, and before I forget, please go visit all of the collaborators on Tassel Tuesday. They will be listed in my description box. I have last week's listed, and then I have this week's listed. They're not all put out at the same time, which is perfectly fine. So as the day goes on, I add them to my description box, which is why I always add last week's in case you want to click on those and see if they did one this week. So the first thing I'm going to do is layer my fibers in a crisscross pattern, just like I usually do. I am using a combination of my favorite vintage cotton, some satin ribbon, and then also some other pink ribbon fibers. I have the satin ribbon in my stash. I actually got it from BB Craft and doing the BB Craft YouTube program. And then the other pink fibers I actually got from Trina at Trina's place. Thank you, Trina. I am using a thin white satin ribbon, and you saw me put it underneath all of those fibers right in the center. And then I check for evenness. When I know it's even, then I'm doing the double knot. That will hold the fibers in place. Now I'm going to use some of that same thin satin ribbon, and I'm going to make the puff top part now. So I take and I cut the ribbon, and then I'm going to tuck it underneath the tassel about an inch down from the top. It's important to tie this part really, really tight, and then obviously you need to double knot it. The reason it's important to tie this part really tight is because it holds the fibers securely. If it's loose, you could tug on one of those fibers or ribbons and you could pull it right out of the tassel. Now it's time for me to attach the tassel to the hat, and I'm going to be honest with you. I had to try several different
ways to do this, and the first thing I did was tie this ribbon to the jump ring or the O-ring that I have on the hat, but it left a really big space between the hat and the tassel, and I didn't really like that it left that much space. So since I didn't really like that, I started to do some troubleshooting in my brain, and I thought, well, I will add a bead dangle that hangs down from the hat and then attaches to the tassel, and I thought that would look good. But then once I attached it, I realized that the O-ring that's connected to the hat was too big, and it left like this giant gap of space, and I was not happy with that. So I ended up attaching the tassel to it, and then I held it up in the air, and that's when I realized I did not like the way that it looked. I went through the process of removing this large ring and attaching a much smaller one, but I did not show you that in this video because it's small work and it's quite tedious, but that I did do that. And then I went ahead and attached these dangles, and then I attached the tassel to those, and I've got some pictures coming up so that you can see what it ends up looking like. Well, I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think.
And friends, this tassel will be available in my Etsy shop if you are interested. I am so glad that you joined me for Tassel Tuesday. Thanks for watching. See you soon.